Hello, if you're watching this, that probably means that you're the caregiver for one of my English 1A students. So welcome to English 1A. I'm Mrs. Dugas, and since they've asked us to be brief, I just want to use this back to school night video as a chance to show you some of the resources we're using in class and where you can keep tabs on everything as an adult who is trying to help a student through this very strange year. So we're off to a great start this year. We are using our novel, Fahrenheit 451, as a basis for discussing literature and also for writing about literature in our literary analysis portfolio. So we're going through all of the steps of what is a high school teacher looking for in your writing before we do our first full essay next marking period. And we've already gotten underway in both our reading and our writing for this year. Where your students will go every day if they are at home and most days when they are in class is our Google Classroom. So I want to give you a tour of that real quick. So this is our Period 6 English classroom. Period 6 and Period 8 are the same exact course, just taught at different times of day. So I'll show you both of those. So whatever class period your student is in, our live meeting time is always displayed right here. So Period 8, for example, we meet every Wednesday from 12:30 to 1. And everything that they will need for the week is organized under the classwork tab. So our live Zoom meeting link is right at the top of Classroom. Under that, I have our online help room. So after school hours from every day are 2 to 2:40. And I have a link posted that's open to all of my students, and I'm just waiting to see if anyone needs help. So they can just click that link and pop in for a meeting with me. And then every day, each student has to fill out an attendance form, so that is right at the top of class as well. On the side, we've got everything organized by week. So right now we're in week 3. We start our weeks on Thursday and end on Wednesday, and every week they get a weekly overview. So this is sort of the breakdown of what we're doing in class or remotely on our own with a video lesson, what we'll be doing remotely on the other 3 days, and then what we'll be covering in our weekly Zoom. So for example, this week, Period 6 and 8 are exploring what makes a theme universal and how does fiction impact a reader's understanding of the real world. Then for each cohort, there's a breakdown of when they'll be in person, the work they can do on each remote day, and the Zoom day with links. So they can click on these links and get to a preview of the assignment, or in some cases, their actual assignment or the actual video. So for example, this week in class, we'll be finishing the writing portfolio paragraph we started today. Students will be having conferences with me either in person in class or during a Zoom. So remote students can email me. This information is also in their video, but they can email me to set up a writing conference. And then we'll be doing a self or peer edit before submitting that work. On their own, students will be reading the second half of The Hearth and the Salamander, which is the first section of Fahrenheit 451, completing a reading response, which they can find also on Classroom. And then on their third day, they can spread out their work or they can take a break, because it's been a intense start to the year. I don't want to say difficult, but intense start to the year, getting used to all of this. In our Zoom next Wednesday, we will talk about theme, and we'll be doing some group work in there. We're going to try our breakout rooms before brainstorming for our next paragraph. The other resource that students can use, but will be especially helpful for you as a grown-up for our classroom, is going to be my staff website. So you probably got here to this video by using my OnCourse website. OnCourse can be a little clunky at times, so most of what I post and update is going to be found here on my Google site. And if you go to the class period that applies to your student, all of the pertinent information is here. So I still have some summer reading stuff posted. If your student was a transfer or if they haven't finished that assignment yet, they can still access everything they need. And our class expectations are also here. This is a public document. So this is just sort of, what does your student need to know? What are all of our grading policies and our honor code policy? They're all linked right there from the department webpage. What they should be doing each day, and what they should be doing each week. Most importantly for you, if you ever need to get in touch with me, please do. So my email is right here, mdugas@bhprsd.org. And if you prefer to call, my phone extension at the building is 7237. Last but not least, if you're ever curious about the due dates for our class or any assignments that are coming up, our Google Calendar for the month is always going to be posted right here on my website. So if you go to the Google site, this is a public calendar. You can add it to your Google Calendar, and all of the due dates are listed. So I do tell students that everything is due technically on Tuesday at 2 p.m. That's our cutoff for the week's work. That's sort of our Friday afternoon. However, I have been encouraging them and working with them on time management so that they're doing a little bit of work each day instead of putting everything off until Tuesday, because I know it feels like we can. But hopefully they're not spending too much time on Tuesday trying to catch up on old work. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I will reach out to you if there are concerns in the classroom or going on with your student. But if you ever have anything you want to ask me or tell me, please reach out. And I hope it's the start to a wonderful year. Thank you and have a wonderful day.